Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Kira. Check. Okay. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Okay, 1 2 1 2 P1. Okay. Baby's live.
Oh, can you move it around?
Shannon Rue. Yeah, but trying to see. Micah, can you come sit in this seat for a minute and just start talking? Or can Hanny? Hanny, come here. Shannon Rue. Shannon Rue. Hannah, come in here and stand right here. Okay, stand right here and look in that camera and start talking. Okay? Okay, start talking. Sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Anna, look at the camera.
Happy birthday to you.
Look at the camera right there. Look. No, other way. Right there. Look. See the camera right there?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
To Judah.
to Judah. Wait, Mommy, is it Judah's birthday?
Coming up. Not today, but he's got the next birthday.
Daddy, can we see?
Right here, come look at yourself.
No, I mean, can I see when I'm saying happy birthday?
Here. You gotta sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Hat.
Hey, no. Get down. Okay, babe, I'm gonna get on my call. Hello, this is Josh. Hello? Yeah. All good, man. Yeah. Oh.
Great. Man, look at you. That golden hair. You're gonna send me.
Yeah. Yeah.
This whole stuff? Yeah, look at that stash. Come on, man. That's amazing. Jess, where the heck are you, man? I'm in my house. How are you? Oh, all right. Keep my eyes open. I know. It's like that's what it feels like getting like an hour and a half, 2 hour chunks of time. But then this time, Sterling gets up at 5 o'clock, so I have to be ready to go. Guantanamo Bay, man. You're just up. It's crazy. You know? Yeah. Oh, well, good to see you.
Okay. And what do you recommend? I mean, I'm gonna drive, up a ways.
Hey guys.
So just, would you fix it all, or would you just fix it?
Hey.
Hi, everyone.
I love everyone's names right now. We have like Todd, Debbie's Todd, James, you're Brixton, Josh is Judah.
We change our names. Oh, here we go.
There we go. Now we're in.
There we go. Perfect. Awesome. Hi guys. Hey Matt. Missed you. Your beard is so insane.
Beautiful thing, man. And you're gonna lose a kid in there. You gotta be careful.
Hey, Josh says to tell you that he'll be right here. He's on a phone call.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks, Kira.
Yep.
No, he's on a camel ride.
No.
What?
700.
Is it necessary? And Kathy probably will be joining us, right? She's
She's on vacation.
Okay, cool. So once Josh is here, we can
Let's
get started. It looks like he sent us a link for the live for YouTube. If you guys got that in the River Staff text message, and if you
Yeah,
click on it,
But
What's
you can
that?
go backwards.
right,
tomorrow noon.
you could pause it too.
You need the car like all day and then all night till tomorrow.
So it's like Premiere,
Okay. Yeah. Keep the
right?
car.
Because it's
Yeah, that's fine.
Premiere was stimulating a live because you can't fast forward. You always could go backwards or pause it. So pretty much same thing, except live.
Sorry, guys. Random mechanic call.
That's okay. Josh, I was watching you on YouTube live for a minute. Creepily.
Okay, look, that's still up right now. Here, let's see transition time. Transition. All right. Camera 2. Camera 2. Camera 1. Camera 1 super dark. Camera 2. There it goes. Look, guys, it's live.
Check it out. Todd, have you been watching? I turned it off because I was getting a delay.
Yeah, your audio will probably feedback pretty bad.
Yeah. So I turned it off.
Just watch it and turn his volume off on your phone.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just did that as a test so you guys can see it.
For sure. I love it. So it's possible. So Josh, what you're saying is it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
So that's Josh live. Where is he?
In his house.
It's my,
Okay,
this
this
is
looks different. Oh, you've got the drapes drawn.
it's NASA
Okay.
control room. This backyard studio is just right out there.
Okay.
James, your hair, bro.
So did you?
Why, thank you. I'm really experimenting. I'm in a new place. It's uncharted territory, but I'm kind of doing like the 80s, just kind of do that, like Uncle Jesse from Full House.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna see. We're excited. A lot of people are excited about what's happening, and
I hope you have your OP shorts on.
I got my OPs on.
Yeah, got your shorts on. Gotta do
Well,
it.
they're hammies. They're not OPs, but I do have OPs.
James, it's a great look.
Well, I really appreciate that. That kind of feedback's what we're looking for here at the Medical Council.
But you know, the deal is, James, though, is that you're like a poser because I wore them in the 70s
Right.
when they were brand new. The real
It's a
deal.
tribute, Bill. It's not a poser. It's a
Okay.
tribute, you know?
Okay, I'll love it. Good, thank you.
So, let's keep it positive, people.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
You're the OG, man.
Wow. Well, you guys, thank you for being here, all you lovely gals and dudes and dudettes. So let's get started. So I think the biggest question we should discuss today, because we kind of already discussed content for this Sunday last meeting, so I don't think we need to go into that. I think one major thing we need to talk about is how we are going to go about this Sunday. I think we kind of left it open as to what we were going to do on the 19th. And from news and a few conversations I've had with you guys already, and the email, I'm not sure if everybody got that email from Todd about possibly not having people come on the 19th and just filming James maybe at the Norse or the Turnbows, and then starting a reservation method starting the next Sunday. So a few things to discuss, but I think that's where we should start today, is just how are we going to go about Sunday the 19th. So how are we going to do it? what do you guys want to do? There are a few options, and I guess let me tell you guys this too. So a few of us went to the Norris on Sunday, this last Sunday on the 12th. James, Godwin, me, and Brian and his team, and we tried a setup for what the original setup, which was like the entire parking lot and the stage being on the steps. And you guys, let me just say, we were like eggs in a frying pan. It was so hot. It was so hot. We're just dripping sweat. And I mean, obviously we were lugging equipment too, and
But the masks help cool you down, though, right? Having the mask on, it just kind of circulates the oxygen better.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like a little AC system in there. Yeah. No, it was just not pretty. So it was very hot, and that concerns me, because even though I think where you guys are, where I'm at, it's really hot, but I was just in PV and it's pretty cool right now. But in the summer, I think it's just going to be a hot spot. So, and Josh and I, we were talking a little bit about it, and we were thinking, people are going to come and they're going to gravitate to the shade, right? The natural shade that's going to be in the parking lot, which is like maybe 50 or so feet, like way in the back at that time. If we're going to keep the stairs, the stage, it'll be a pretty big gap, because at that time, the trees are just shading those back areas. So we definitely have some options. We don't have to set the stage on the stairs. That's what, if we're going to go to a reservation, like people are going to reserve a spot, or 25 people, 50 people, or something like that. We could always move the stage to maybe where it is a shadier spot. But anyway, bottom line is we tried it. It was very warm, very hot, but we did get a sound system going. We kind of got we figured out where Josh could stand. We figured out a few options and where he could run a line for the live. And so there were definitely some logistical things we figured out, and that totally worked. It can happen. But yeah, we were thinking, we were kind of joking. It's like, okay, if we try it one weekend, people will be super stoked. They'll come, and then they may not return because they're realizing like, it's very warm. I didn't get to hug my friends. I couldn't sing. I could, or whatever, So, yeah. So, all that to say, it's totally doable. We have options in the parking lot. But we would be warm out there cooking. So that's kind of I've told a few of you that already. So that's kind of the bare bones of what we've discovered while we were there. So,
Thank you
So
guys
there's that.
for doing that, for going out and making that happen. And that's a lot of work. I don't feel like my position on this changed all that much. I just think unless there's a real strong purpose and missional reason to do it, I don't think we're gaining very much. I think we're probably, I mean, there's the experience of going to your favorite restaurant with the masks on and the waiter's got the surgery shield and it's creepy and it's just like disturbing. And I don't know that, add heat to that, add the Norris outside. I just don't think it's adding very much to our ministry. That's my personal opinion. So I'm very comfortable saying I think we have something really exciting that's been going on and people are liking. I don't know that we need to force it. And that's not even to talk about the coronavirus and all that stuff, the numbers or whatever.
Yeah. Thanks, James. Yeah. So, so moving forward for this coming Sunday, again, Todd kind of threw it out there that we wouldn't invite people to come. We wouldn't have kids program, and we would just film James, and maybe the staff could come and be there, and then put it up on Sunday. But it also, I think, Todd, were you saying that we would try out the live on Sunday, or would it just, or would, I forget exactly what your email said.
Yes, I think if we go to Norris on Sunday, I think the purpose of that would be to film it live. Like right now, I'm watching Josh. It's live, and it's being recorded as well. So you can go an hour from now. I can go back and watch it if you recorded it. If this was the
So yeah, like YouTube is essentially gonna, when the stream is done, it's gonna just say stream end, and then it'll go up to the channel.
Okay, so it's available for anybody that would like to see it live, and anybody that wants to watch it after the live hour.
Yeah.
They can do that as well. So the idea is try to see if we can increase viewership and participation by stepping up a little bit and not pre-taping the message and the whole service, but just whatever happens. It's an hour, whatever it is. And there's the spontaneity, the spirit moves, it's the moment. It's whatever, how the Holy Spirit's leading, the teacher, the worship, all of those kinds of components. And we're inviting people to be with us. Wherever you are, we're all here right now together. That's the idea. And then, but if Norris is too hot on Sunday, I don't know. I mean, I got to reach out to Julie. I got to ask her what she's expecting us to do. I still don't have an answer for that. Now that we can't use the inside of the facility, are they expecting us to pay the invoice?
Yeah. Let me throw in too. I think Jasmine had a very interesting idea this morning. And Jasmine, I don't know if you already shared that with Todd, but I think it's worth sharing that idea about, say, Thursday evening.
Yeah. So I was in our meeting with Bill and Caitlin this morning, and Caitlin kind of spurred this thought on where she was like, what if we did something during the week, for people to come and gather? Maybe it doesn't have to be on Sunday. I don't want it to be competing with Sunday. Because last time we were at staff meeting, we were kind of talking about, using the Norris for people to come, right? Whatever. So it kind of spurred this thought, what if on Thursday evening instead of Thursday morning, we go to the Norris, we set up for service. Let's say service is at 6 p.m. Let's just say that on Thursday night. And we could use I call it the reservation method. We get the reservations, we get 25 people if we wanted people to come, or people wanted to come to a service, and we set we set up in a shady area, and we maybe have a little bit of lights just in case it gets too dark. And we film that service, the Thursday night service. And so people could be there. It's a live service, but we film it. And then on Sunday, we post that service at night for the 9 a.m. crowd to watch it. So again, it still would be filming. It wouldn't be a live stream, but that's only if the live stream, that idea, I thought of that idea just thinking it's another option other than living it, or if it doesn't work for whatever reason.
And it does accomplish two of the purposes we were hoping for, and that is we're inviting people into the service for the gathering, but we're filming at the same time rather than having two separate. And we may solve some of the heat issues on Sunday morning.
It's just throwing it in a whole nother set of issues, and that is now church is Thursday night. We aren't doing it live, so you could film it Wednesday or whenever. You could do it in the middle of the day. It doesn't matter when you film it because it's going to be aired on Sunday.
But if you invited people, you'd want to do it where they could gather at a
That's
time.
true.
So the evening.
You do have that piece, but we're missing the key component, which is trying to get Sunday morning to be live. Unless we're just scrapping that idea, and we're going to continue on the track of filming this and recording and posting at a later date.
Yeah.
Right.
And my sense is that we're probably stuck in this new arrangement with no large group gatherings indoors for a considerable amount of time.
I agree.
So I'm assuming that whatever we start will be our new normal. And I wanted to, I think, Jasmine, you and I talked earlier, and I think you're right. I think whatever we decide, we just have to be really clear. We've got to communicate, and it's got to be simple. And so, okay, what is it? What's our plan? It may change again tomorrow, but we're not changing. We're just going to stay on this course for a while, based on the information that we have right now. It was a good try, but we feel that it was not wise, and I think it proved to be the right decision. I mean, a week later, we were supported by the information we got from the governor's office. So, I think the clarity, the communication, the simplicity is we continue to do online. We continue to press into small backyard gatherings. I mean, home churches are doing it. I know that I was just with Luke, and he's doing small group gatherings with junior hires. Kathy's doing small group gatherings with children. So we've done some small, and I think that's really what we're trying to do is just push into that. And maybe we just wait on having people come to the service.
One other thing to think about in terms of aesthetics, I mean, as long as the Turnbows are gracious to let us use their backyard, in terms of aesthetics, you cannot beat that space. I mean, it is our church. It's the beach cities, it's the hill, it's all of it. And then to transition that to the 90s architecture of the Norris, it just feels like a loss. So that's my thought as well. It's another piece to kind of put in there. I think we have something very solid going on. I love the idea of a live, like that was when we first went into lockdown, that was like what I was hoping we could do is film a live, like smaller service. But I mean, it's good programmatically maybe, but I don't know if it's gonna, if it's just gonna create more work that is really kind of redundant when we have a system that works really well. Unless, again, Josh, you and your gracious family are like, hey, time to move out, cousin Eddie. Then if that's the case, I get that. We can totally move it. That's kind of my thought. And then we keep working on all the stuff you all are doing.
Can you
outside of the services? It almost gets us out of our fixation on programming and into our other lanes of ministry. So I just think it's great what we have going. I don't hear a lot of people dying to mask up and do something different unless I'm not in the right, circles hearing that.
What if it was possible to do live on Sunday from here?
I love it. I love that. That would be amazing.
Yeah, because Josh, fill us in terms of your availability.
Yeah, my availability may change. It's unfortunately everybody's in the same boat right now. So someone's trying to acquire me on a job right now, but that it's as sketchy as anything else because they're like, oh yeah, we're committed to the job as long as the government doesn't pull the rug out. So that's kind of motivated me to figure out how quickly we could go live. If you guys, I don't know if anyone's still watching this stream, but I think there's an element. There's probably one level of quality that would be better. And right now I'm kind of taxing my own internet by doing multiple streams plus this Zoom. So I think it looked a little cleaner. So basically it would be like you'd come into the backyard. We'd have two different setup areas. Or everyone would just come into the same space. So we would have worship preset in the same kind of area that the cameras go out and get set up into. And then we essentially would just go live from my house every Sunday. If, everyone doesn't hate the quality, you know what I mean? Like that's the key is it's a qualitative difference as far as, or does anyone care that the quality is different? That would be the question.
Can you show it to us outside, or like can you experiment before Sunday, or do we need to experiment, or do we just use Sunday? What I'm saying is that I don't want to move it and then just go, oh, that didn't work, so we move back to what we had before. I think we can't keep making changes. I think that's going to be the most confusing thing is if we keep every week, we don't know what in the world's going on. We got to stay the course. What are we offering? What are we doing? Let's settle in. So if we do that, I'm all for Josh's Backyard Sunday Morning Live. But I'm looking at you right now.
Yeah.
It looks fine to me.
Yeah, I mean the lighting's pretty terrible in here. This is not lit or anything. It's just a video image, right?
Yeah.
But Kira would agree with. She was saying I looked pretty good this morning too.
Yeah.
You're looking hot. You're looking good.
Josh, come on.
Hey, Josh.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah.
Do the consumers in their living rooms with their own Wi-Fi watching YouTube, does that degrade their experience?
It can, but the YouTube stream's generally pretty decent. It's about the same bandwidth as if you were streaming a video or it's streaming live. It's going to be about the same.
Okay.
The biggest challenge is on. I got to make sure my internet speed is pumping. That's the big thing.
Pumping, yeah.
Or wherever we're broadcasting from.
I sort of agree with Todd pretty significantly on the consistency part, and it just seems like, again, the win of a live service is sort of creating an opportunity for people to tune in synchronously, right, all together. Is that what people really want to do? Is that what groups are really hungry for? And then there's questions of like, what if there's construction going on next door, or what if there's lose internet? I'm just saying it's a little bit less of a controlled environment.
Yeah,
I love it. I really love the idea. The nice thing about filming it, pre-taping it, is we can then hit pause or redo something if the leaf blower goes crazy or if there's a glitch, you have time. Those are just the trade-offs of it. I love the idea of a live service. Again, like I said, that was originally the space, but it feels like if we want consistency for the long haul, I think we just continue building into the quality of what we're doing here. And then when we do new endeavors, we build those out in other places. Any other thoughts on that? James,
the one thing I've been trying to kind of figure out live is because I may not have the same kind of ability to commit to it. You know, it takes generally like 3 days to do the service, but I may not have that ability because so there's the one option is that I'll be on the road. That's the problem. If this job even comes through, I would be on the road in different places. So the editing it would be, there may be an option to edit it remotely. Okay, so then but that's why I was like, okay, well, I should really figure out the difference because it could still help with a live service because it becomes a little more plug and play and it does not edit heavy or it's, I mean, and that's the whole purpose of live is there's no real edit. It's a live edit if there is an edit, and that just involves like transitions and stuff. You can also play out. You can also play out media if you want to do that. You know, like we have like a little special or something like that. And I apologize, but all of this is still like so contingent on the unknown for me. But at least at least as we're sitting here, you can see an alternative in its roughest form.
I think that's really wise. Yeah, like a plug and play version of it is huge. So I get that. That's a good point.
Yeah, and one of the
That Bill.
oh, okay, I'm sorry. One of the cool things about the river is that the river, we become pretty slick with the recorded service thanks to Josh. You know, but the rivers used to being a little rough around the edges and not worried about mistakes and going with the flow. So my concern about the live is the coming on and off the camera, but you know we're I don't know, the river is you know much more casual, and I think live would fit our style a lot, and Jasmine wouldn't be allowed to have Godwin over produce her sound. You know, it would be, yeah. And we make mistakes and just apologize to the camera. It's not that big a deal.
Well, I think going live solves a lot of issues. And the number one issue is Josh.
Sorry.
He's an issue.
He's an issue.
And you have to work around what could potentially happen to Josh. And if we could figure out a team that could continue to pull this off without all the editing, I think moving forward, that's going to be our best. I'm assuming we're in this position for, gosh, always, Josh, you and I talked maybe through December.
I think so.
You know, and if that's true, we need to form a team that can do this for us. We've got the technology, you've got the equipment, wherever it is, whenever it is. I think that would eliminate hours of editing a pre-taped service. And it's up to us to do what we always do. We create the service, we pull it off, and someone just films it live, and it's captured and it's done. I think that's where we got to get to. I think that's the future, unless we want to hire Josh full time, or or sweeten the pot, or hire somebody else. But I just think this makes the most sense.
Or is it possible to film it like I think a simple filming where it's like one and done kind of filming, even if it's not live. So in other words, you do that Thursday somewhere, whatever. But
and everybody's ready, and there's no second take.
Exactly.
Everybody's there at the same time, and we keep the camera rolling, and it looks live. That's the other option, and what you get is what you get. We're not going
the tiny service that we're talking about. I think that would actually really solve that problem. That's good.
Either one would be okay with me. I think is the next step. But
yeah, it might take a little pressure off that feeling of, if this thing doesn't work, we have no second option because our screens have just gone blank, or on Sunday morning. I kind of like the idea of Thursday filming but it's a live one and done.
As opposed to Sunday, Bill?
Yeah.
And it has the feel of a real service. You know, there's 20 people there or 15 people.
Several of the council leaders have recommended the Sunday morning, feeling like it's one step closer to reality. You know, just something a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
Connecting. We're all in this. I know a few people will probably tune in. I mean, I don't know how many actually tune in at 9 a.m. What, 100 or less than 100? And then it starts growing throughout the week. So people got used to just, hey, we're going to watch service when we want to watch service. But there is a group that wants to watch it at 9 a.m.
Yeah. And so that, I mean, for me personally, that means my home church happens Sunday night, which is okay. We already meet Sunday night, but it takes any other staff person out of River Home Church unless they do it at another time. They can't watch it live. So I don't know how that impacts momentum with River Home Church if we're not that involved in it. But it's possible because mine's going to be Sunday night. That landed like a lead balloon.
No, I just feel like I'm piping in too much here because I really strongly agree.
I can mute you things if you want me to.
Yeah, please do. No, and I get there's some people that want, I guess there's a couple people on the council, but I'm on the council, Bill's on the council, and we're both saying, I don't think it's that critical that it's at 9 a.m. There's no magical thing about 9 a.m. And knowing our church, people don't show up on a regular service at start time. They're there, 15 minutes. I just don't think our culture is really get in line and everyone be there together at the same moment. But if we had an evening at the Norris where there's some lights hung, it's a little cooler, you get that thing filmed one and done, and then it gets all that. If they want to worship live, they can come be one of those people in the group. But again, I just don't know that. I mean, what if the pressure we're feeling is because a couple people want it? Then I don't know if that's compelling to me. I feel like what's the best for ensuring we're not going to lose power or lose reception and have nothing at the same time as we can do it without needing Josh to be there or to edit heavily. That's so it seems like, I mean, Sunday morning, the trade-off is we don't have the editing thing, but we might lose our power, lose our reception, our connectivity, and then home groups aren't able to meet at 9 with the pastors there that want to be there. So I guess the trade-off from the 9 a.m. live, I mean, who here in this room, I know Jasmine wants to go live by her name. How do we decide this? Do we just want to, I'm flexible, I don't care. I'm adaptable to whatever, but we should probably nail it down.
Yeah, I think we just need to hear from everybody, and we need to know what our possibilities are, and all of our options. I think they're all out there. So I think first decision is, do we move it to Sunday or do we keep it on Thursday?
I want to hear what Matt thinks.
I think I've been out of the loop for a little bit, so I'm just trying to catch up to all you guys. But maybe trying to get all the perspectives.
I'm just thinking from a high school student standpoint.
Yeah.
Does this impact at all?
Anything that can be personal and
Guys, can I chime in real fast? The one thing that probably I haven't mentioned is either way, filming, just being lazy here, okay? Filming anywhere but my place is moving the whatever operation we're doing back and forth. And that's actually more than I've been doing thus far. And that may be a concern if I'm actually less available.
We like your house, Josh. We like it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, then the other question is, Josh,
Yeah.
Are you available Thursday or are you available Sunday moving forward? I know you don't know the answer to that, but what is the likelihood of your schedule changing during the week versus the week?
So
Or does it matter?
it doesn't matter technically because I probably won't even physically be here. So then it becomes a matter of how much can be controlled by what I've pre-set up. If that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
So like, like there's a version of it. So it's like, you guys have seen how we film with the iPhones, right? So that there's a version of we film that, then that's uploaded to me somewhere, which is not a great idea, but it could work. And then we're editing. I'm editing from the road, and then that's bouncing back and forth to the YouTube, right? So that's a remote workflow. That's
That would be me doing that.
Kira says, explain that that's me doing that. She means her. That is.
I would film it, and then I would send the footage to
Yeah.
Josh on the road.
So
He
that
would
would
edit.
be Kira
That's
doing the
option one.
filming, option
Oh.
1, right? Kira's filming, same setup. Footage comes to me, and it goes back and forth in the edit. Then it's an upload and download process, and then the service. I don't know. There will be a difference. Probably, I'll be working remote, so that guaranteed there'll be a slight difference. I'm not sure what that is yet. The other thing is, okay, so there's an edit version, right? That's I think at the longest it would be 6 weeks of that. At the shortest is probably 4 weeks for me. This is my schedule. If my schedule even happens. So sorry for the stress for a potential thing.
No worries.
The other option is a live. Essentially, we configure so that it's the same idea. The cameras go on a Sunday morning, for instance, get pushed out onto the lawn. Someone's sitting, it's literally where I'm sitting right now. We hit, everything goes live, and you have kind of like a live service. It has the ability to come in and out of transitions that are very simple, like a graphic, like while someone moves around and comes back into frame. And then it has, it has elements of what the edit looks like now, because the edit is not overly complex. It'll have a music lead in with a graphic. We cut, it's like a TV show, basically, right? And then whatever it was is we shoot it out and then it's done.
Mm-hmm.
You either watched it live or you watched it after the fact. That's option like 2. That the backyard is the only complexity there is the same complexity in the version 1, and that's the cameras have to be put out, sound has to be put up, tent has to be put up. There's another option that's not as great, and that would be that I would permanently, or at least for whatever 4 to 6 weeks is, shoot inside my house in a setup that never moves. Okay, so but like the only purpose of that is control, right? So essentially we look into a corner of the house like we've done before in one of the services.
Just the weeks that you're gone.
That's just the weeks that I'm gone too, I should say that. Which again, who knows if that's happening. So basically you'd have a setup. It's essentially a makeshift studio in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing moves. If the keyboard is used, it stays. But the cameras essentially never need to be moved. That's the basic idea. And then the operator goes live. Yeah, that's the other option.
Is the operator in the seat where you're sitting? Are they like a producer, a control room in a TV show? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically. I don't know.
Kira?
That is likely either Kira or my trainee kid Julian, who's just one of my people that I've been using for years, 2 years. I don't know if you can see this, but here I'll zoom in a little. And is anyone seeing the YouTube right now?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Okay, see, this is a control panel.
So this is Josh right here.
What is it? Yeah. Okay. So there's a control panel. There's a bunch of stuff. Essentially, I turn this space into a studio, right? So this computer is just controlling the stream, and it has all the options on it to put in graphics, play video, all that stuff. So it's like a makeshift fake TV studio, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, anyways, that's kind of what it is.
So the issue is live or not live, and then second of all, are we ever going to move toward a live audience, or are we holding off? And these are hard decisions. I mean, I do not know how to make this decision, but the live, non-live, I could live with either. I don't think it's a make or break.
Do a raffle for 3 families to come sit in my backyard.
Yeah.
During the live.
You pay. Yeah, it's like a political campaign dinner.
Right.
The one thing that I thought we were moving forward in is offering another alternative, which is a live come and worship with us. But what's the real advantage when you can't sing, you have to wear a mask, you've got a social distance. I'm still not totally convinced. I don't think I'm getting a lot of pushback. I think at some point we want to do that, but I would suggest, at least at this point, July and August, we settle, we're done. We want to reopen this in September. I'm open to it, but if we continue September, October into the fall, that's reality. So I think let's settle and let's just say we're not July, August. We've just taken it off the table. We think it's going to take that much time to see good news. We just don't want to launch in the bad news. We really want to launch as we're kind of saying, hey, it looks like things are clearing up. We're in good shape. It's under control. It may not be. I don't know. This may be pie in the sky, but at least it's better news than what we're hearing right now. Now we're hearing lousy news. This is the worst time to be able to launch it. So we all agree. So let's move forward. July, August, we're set. We're going to film it. Let's do it. I think there's no point in doing it in Norris. There's just no point in doing it in Norris if we're not inviting anybody there. It's Josh's backyard through August, and I'm open. Thursday morning, Thursday night, or Sunday morning. 3 options.
I think, Todd, rather than saying July and August, because literally that's 6 weeks.
I know. Okay.
I just think it's better to say, you know what, we're going to stay the course for a while
Okay.
until we have another pathway.
Okay.
And just don't give a
That's
date
fine.
on it,
I'm-
because then people are like, well, after August, we'll be expecting a change, and there may not be a change. And so that keeps that good, consistent kind of movement forward. So I'm with you on that. I think Josh's backyard is the right place to be. We're not going to have 50 people back there, but you could have 15 people that come, different people that want to experience the being on the other side of the camera, seeing what it's like, for the filming.
You could do some roof seating
What?
on his roof. You could sit up. There.
But then now our next decision is
When?
when do we do the filming?
Let's you want to try to go live next Sunday, not this coming, but next?
Either way, so here's the deal. If we don't do live on Sunday, no one knows when we film it. We can film this week, Thursday. If you want to move to Sunday next week, great. It's going to be aired Sunday night to 9 a.m., just like all of our other services. Nothing's changing. 9 a.m. Sunday morning, whether it's live or tape, doesn't matter.
We just do the one and done. I think what we switched to is
The one and
practicing
done.
the one and done. So
For
it's
sure.
everyone's there. Okay, I'm done. Worship's done. I come up with preach or talk about preach, and then we just practice that, capturing that, putting the transitions in. To me, that sounds like a winner.
Practicing that. No, we're gonna not practice it. We're gonna do it.
Well, the best
Okay.
way to practice, right, is to just do it.
It's just do it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm the one
Do it.
preaching. I'm the one preaching.
Yeah, okay, so we'll do it on Bill.
26. Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Okay, one and done, no audience, this week, Thursday.
But there actually will be a mini audience because the
I was
worship
just about to say that. Yeah.
the worship leaders will be there, the camera person will be there, the MC will be there. Caitlin will be setting out communion elements for us. I mean, there will be a few people there, which makes preaching a totally different experience.
So much better. Yeah. Although Josh, you're a great audience. You really are.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
are. So this Thursday we film at Josh's house, and then the 26th we are going to attempt a live service at Josh's house Sunday morning.
That sounds good to me. And the only thing I was gonna say for the live, why I renamed myself Jasmine, Let's Go Live Maeda. I think there's so many other people who are doing the live service, right? And it's successful. And let's say the power goes out. You know, the worst of the worst happens. We lose power. What do we do now? People aren't seeing what we're doing. We get messages, all that stuff. Then we just film it.
Yeah.
And then we email everyone and we say, hey guys, sorry about that. Here's the service. Here's the YouTube link. Here's what you missed. Thanks. Like it could be very simple, and people will be like, oh, you know, texting us, we lost you or whatever, right? And we could just film the rest of it or whatever, you know, and keep going. So I see it working. And we haven't lost signal yet with Josh. So,
Right. I know the stream's consistent. I mean,
yeah.
Hey, Bill,
So I think
can you see the stream, Bill?
Yeah.
Okay, watch. I'll show you this. Okay, you watching it? It's going to have a delay of a few seconds.
Yeah.
Did you
Daniel
see?
the Lions
Did you
Den.
see it? So that's an example of you're talking
Yeah.
live, and it's going to go to your image that you want to show.
Yeah, I'm going to use this on the Sunday I preach.
And then it'll go like that's. It does work for those additional elements.
That's
And
great.
who's sitting in your chair? Is it Kira?
What?
Oh, Rick.
Who's sitting in your chair?
Oh, back there?
On Sunday morning. On Sunday morning.
Well,
It'll probably be me.
if we're gonna go live, I'll probably have it'll be Kira. She's the most competent person I know, but then I'll have someone else probably
Okay.
in training.
Training. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to call Julie and just say we're not going to use the Norris.
And I believe one of the reasons why we're not going to use the Norris is we have been so limited, and the Norris is providing so little that it's just not worth it.
Did I
to
count
us.
for that?
They
So
gave
damn
us,
hot.
Where
The
are the
Tigers fly.
they gave us an internet cable for $100, and that's what they did. That's
Yeah.
all.
And yeah, are they a for-profit or are they non-profit?
None.
they're nonprofit.
And we're paying for a parking lot with
And
no equipment. We provide all the equipment.
Okay.
Or just ask for vouchers. Say, look, can you give us some vouchers? Do Carnival Cruise style. You know, give us vouchers for 2021, and we just not going to use it right now. And if they don't, they don't. But that's on them. You know, God sees it. God knows.
We could probably do this service in the parking lot across the street and not tell anyone and do it for free over there, and no one would even know.
What do we
Exactly.
want to say?
We really could. There's a lot of parking lots that we could rent for a lot cheaper if we want to do parking lot based ministry.
Yeah. And we haven't talked about Kathy and kids, you know, and that's an unfortunate thing, but it's something that she's going to have, and her team are going to have to really work on, because
She's pushing it with the children's ministry. I mean,
she is crushing it.
annihilating it. It is amazing. So I think, yeah, we're in good hands there.
Okay.
So Todd, are we looking at right now just like asking Julie to put a pause or okay.
I'm going to try to see if I can work something out. Maybe we make a donation and, you know, we help them out. They got to write a check for the conservatory. They rent that. So they're losing, I don't know, 14, 15 grand a month.
Wow.
So they have, you know, that's an expenditure that they need to get covered. And so, anything is going to help them.
Yeah. And we're writing a check for our rent in our office, and so we essentially can't use them either. So we're losing money right and left there as well. Not quite as much, but
Okay,
Okay.
guys. Thank you. This is
What-
super awesome.
And
Yeah,
what's
it's really awesome. This is really encouraging.
Yeah.
I'm actually really encouraged. This is gonna be a great.
am too.
I am too.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I think this is the first time I've been excited about anything. I think everything else I'm like, this is daunting, or like, oh, this is, it felt like, what are we doing? But this feels good. I feel like this is gonna work.
I think, Jasmine, that your planning center
Yeah,
with a super, super clear, tight transitions on the elements,
sure.
and keeping the service as simple as possible, and then
Sure.
adding in all these things like, at this point, Bill's picture is going to come up, or,
Okay.
So that we don't have a lot of dead air. Although Josh says, Kira or his controller can cut some of that dead air out with a graphic or something, but
Sure.
we're going to have the timeline right
Yeah.
there so that people know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we don't look more disorganized than we have
Yeah.
to.
I could totally get more detailed. That's totally fine.
I'd like to see subliminal messages in those.
Yeah.
Means like, if you tithe, God will bless you.
Yeah.
Put it in the clouds around our logo.
We're your church, not just a nonprofit.
Put
God's people come first.
Can
put
we?
pictures of really quick pictures of popcorn and Coca-Cola on the screen.
Yeah.
Can we have like a tithing meter? If it doesn't go up, the signal goes down. You know what I mean?
Or like,
Oh,
remember Gene Scott? Todd, you might remember Gene Scott.
Todd just needs a cigarette.
I know Gene
Like,
Scott.
I'm not gonna say another word unless I see the phone's ringing.
And then he'd have beautiful girls on his racehorse.
Josh, you know Gene's.
Oh, I love Gene Scott. I watch it on YouTube, his old stuff, just for the
I
heck of it.
called in there one time. I was like, so tell me, who are these ladies in the front row? Are those like his daughters or his sister? Like, who are these people? They're like, oh, keep watching. I knew what they were. I
Yeah.
knew what was happening.
Solomon's harem.
It was not. It was pretty me too. That's for sure.
Okay. How are we good on what's the programming?
So
So,
this week, right?
yes, this week we have James up. Let me just pull up my notes really quick. Okay.
So because we are filming, most likely Julie will not be able to MC. Just so you know.
Sampras. Okay. That's fine. Maybe
Or
trying to think. MC. Maybe one of us on staff could do it.
yeah, I'm going to be there.
Maybe Todd. Todd, do you want to MC this weekend?
Yeah.
Jump up there.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
we have James preaching, holding on, being faithful, right? And then are we gonna have testimony with Bill McPhee, or did we find another testimony?
We're gonna have a really awesome conversation. I think
Awesome.
with one Bill McPhee.
Okay, I will put that in. Wonderful. Looking forward to that. And then for MC, we'll have Todd. So Todd, you'll do the welcome and benediction. And most of us will be there. So I have pastor on duty, but a lot of us will be there. I'll be there, so I could keep us on track with the timeline. And I'll be leading worship, and I'm gonna get Godwin in there with me. So we'll have to figure.
I think Jasmine, you should drop in some pre-recorded worship from your time up at Santa Barbara, and see if anyone notices.
No, seriously. Where is this? What's happening? Okay, and then we'll film on Thursday. Yes, yes, film Thursday. Okay,
And is that time wise? Is that the same as normal, like at 8 o'clock?
Josh, does that work for you? The
Yeah.
morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll do normal. We normally do. So we'll start at 8. Normally start that time.
James, is the little interview with me going to happen in the midst of your sermon?
Nope,
After
it'll be
your
the
sermon?
last part. Yeah, the last portion. It'll be in sort
Okay,
of
good to know.
last phase.
Okay.
And yeah, and we could talk more, Bill, if you would like
Yeah,
to.
we'll talk offline. That'd be great.
Okay, awesome. And sorry, just to be clear, just so I'm not misunderstanding, this filming will be a one take, us going through the entire service. It won't be us stopping and doing multiple takes, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
we could totally do that. Yeah. Is that what we?
Or no? Are we doing that with Bill? Or is that the first?
We can
Oh,
do
Todd.
it normal this week if you want, and then next week is the
live.
following week would be the live. Yeah.
Okay,
And then that what that looks like is like just it's essentially the same. We just have everything set ahead of time. There's no
yes.
downtime or anything.
Okay,
Just keep it moving, baby. Keep it moving.
That's fine with me, but the other option is just to do it one and done this weekend to get practice, or some Thursday to get practice, just so we get in the rhythm. Everybody's there, we start, boom, it's an 8 to 9 service or whatever.
Yeah.
It's up to
Yeah.
you.
I'm wide open to that. I think that's a good idea to get practice. But Bill, what do you think? Since you're out of
You guys.
No, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Either way is fine with me.
okay. Josh, could you do that setup this weekend if we just did a one and done? It's not a live, but it's just like there's a no stop. We're just gonna roll with it the whole
On-
service through.
For
But
Sunday,
we'll do it on Thursday.
But we're doing it on Thursday.
this Thursday, one and done. Yeah, we could do that.
Okay. All right. Well, great. Well, then everybody be there maybe like a little bit before 8 then, so we can kind of huddle up and then we could start at 8 so that we don't go on forever. Does that sound good?
It's gonna be nice working it'll be fun kind of back on the team.
Yeah.
We're always working as a team, but it'll feel good. So,
Yeah.
like that.
Okay. Okay. Then I'll get a pretty detailed timeline going and then send that out to you guys before Thursday. So you could check it out. So with that, do we have anything? I mean, Todd, you'll probably touch on in the welcome, maybe like kind of announcing or communicating what we're doing at the top of the service, what we decided in this meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there anything else other than that? Are there anything else we need to communicate? Camps or things that are going on for kids or other events or anything like that happening that we need to let people know about?
Is it? Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
So no, I was saying, has it been communicated to River Kids that there's no River Kids ministry in the pavilion this Sunday?
Not yet. No.
Okay, I'll send.
Not that
something.
I know of anyway.
I'll send something to April after we're done here.
Okay.
Right? Isn't that true? We need to get that out to River families.
Yeah, we do. And Kathy doesn't have internet.
Yeah, she's on vacation, so I'll just go through April. She can do it.
Does one last piece, and this might already be thought about, but in terms of kind of modeling social distancing and everything, since it will be like, we'll have that in our service. Like, we'll just kind of make sure we block it out to where
Yeah.
we're not. I just don't want us to do anything where it's like, hey, look at they're 3 feet apart or something. Other than
No,
that.
high fiving, yeah.
I think as we move on and off film, we should be organized. I think we should all,
I think that's a good idea.
that many people, everybody wears a mask.
And then take it off.
You just get up and you take it off, talk your piece, put it back on, and move off. And I think that's the protocol. We're practicing what we want other people to do, and we're staying consistent.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
We need a 15 by 17 pop up, y'all.
let's just get Josh. Let's just get you one. How do we get you one?
Brian can order it.
Okay,
Brian
yeah.
can order it.
Can it be arrived by this time?
Oh, I'm not sure.
There's,
I
some,
can-
there's probably
I have
some
one.
locally.
I don't know how long it takes to deliver. I can ask Brian. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I think he
It's on
has.
Amazon.
I
It
think he
might
has
be 2 days.
experience ordering them.
Check
Will you do
No,
that, Jasmine?
just go get one and have it brought up to Josh
Yeah.
by Thursday.
Yeah, I can ask him.
Just get him one and then it's theirs.
It's like a Christmas bonus. Like, hey, here's a pop-up tent for you, Josh. Thanks for all your
Well, the major thing is that if we're gonna get everything kind of under one setup, we want to go. We'll have to go wider edge to edge, right? Because we're always kind of
Yeah.
barely at the edges of my 10x10. Because that way we can kind of have everything set under one locale. Worship's just off to one side. Then we can have the 2 benches, those super high quality benches that I have, or the stools. Just offset a little.
No one got your joke.
Kira
Oh,
says no one got my joke.
I was smiling and laughing. I had a chuckle. I had a real
Dang it.
significant chuckle going.
I was thinking about.
I
the
like your
fry.
stools.
Dude, come on. Is there what does this meeting go to? Does it go to 2:30 or is it
We're done.
Yeah, we are done.
Shit.
But
running?
I just want to. Yeah, no problem. I just want to make sure we're not missing anything because if I'm going to put in a detailed timeline, I just want to make sure I have all the pieces and where they go. So anything else we need to communicate to our people during service, not beforehand, but during the service. Like, so when they watch it on Sunday, they're getting something communicated to them. So I know Todd's going to talk about the plan. Anything else? Camps, kids.
It's always good to mention River Home Church.
Okay. Okay. All right, you guys. That is all I have for us today. We will continue moving forward, but I feel like we discussed a lot. We made a lot of progress. So thanks.
And Bill, maybe we can
For
talk tomorrow
everything.
after staff, you think? Just
Yep.
right after?
That'd be great. Yep.
Okay.
That'd be
Awesome.
great.
All right, cool. Thanks,
And-
everyone.
and staff meeting's gonna be on Zoom tomorrow, not live.
Okay. Good to know.
Right, Debbie?
Thumbs
Thank
up.
you.
Okay. Okay, good to know. Well,
Right,
thanks
okay.
you guys
Matt, good
for
to see you.
everything.
Miss-
Yeah, Matt, miss you.
Miss you, man. It's not the same without you.
But your baby is so cute. Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
So cute. Get some,
Insane.
I would say get some sleep, but that's just cruel to say right now. So get some coffee.
Yeah. Or some candy or something.
Yeah, something. Whiskey, whatever you gotta get.
Yeah.
Just get it.
Miss you,
Okay.
Matt.
All right, thanks,
All
guys.
right, you guys. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye,
Right,
guys.
Bye. Thanks, Josh, for everything.
You're welcome. I'm gonna do one more change on the YouTube. I'm doing one more media test.
Okay.
You can see that.
But it looks good, Josh.
I'm glad. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I think I'm
This is one-
very, very optimistic. This is going to be a good move for us.
So I just put up one more graphic,
Oh, James.
and that's
Did
it.
you capture that during our discussion? Yeah.
I'm just screwing around. Okay.
Classic. All right. Thank you, Josh.
Okay,
So
guys.
you
Talk-
could actually live grab, like during the service, grab an image and then show it again later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jasmine and the worship team up there live, and then as a tradition, put that picture back up. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. I mean,
Or the teacher who's got,
Anything.
there's.
whatever.
Yeah. I mean, we could play out video and stuff, but. Okay. Oh,
It's like a live switchboard, right?
Yeah, it's like
Anything
a-
you have queued up, you can.
Kira's saying it's like a live switchboard, which it is.
You're so smart.
She is, especially in her choice of men.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Nice. What are you gonna say? Sorry.
Nothing. I have to put together this whole this. It's working right now, but it's kind of it's kind of chaotic.
Okay.
So I got to refine all this stuff,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna stop the stream, end stream. Okay. And then that